The lights are on, which helps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you want us to go again? You're right. Cool. You're happy? Nice one. Oh yeah, please, finally. I wish someone would, yeah.
Ready for audio? Stand by, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me do the handheld mic. Two, 3, 4, 5. Handheld mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
tactical genius. Keep that under the that's the opponent. Something else. Oh no, he's having it.
Ladies and gentlemen, away manager.
Oliver, after a good start for you, where do you think it actually went away from you today, the game?
I think we controlled most of the first half, most minutes, and then we had a bad 15 minutes straight after the kick-off to the second half, where we lost the game in these 15 minutes. We lost the momentum. So when you see the end of the first half, I could hear the crowd a little bit booing, and they were not really pleased with the performance of the home team. And we gave the momentum to Everton straight after halftime with an easy goal. Our mistake, and this is a long ball from Pickford. We knew it's always the same after a kickoff, and long ball, stupid foul on the corner, clear the free kick, lose the ball again, and then great finish. And then they got the belief back, they got the momentum, and the second goal is again a second phase after a set play, wide free kick. We clear it. And we are not ready for the second ball, and then we lost the game. We tried everything. The players did everything until the end of the game, but we could see we got a little bit nervous then. We wanted to get the equalizer, but we didn't find the right spaces. Then they defended with everything they had. They celebrated every clearance in their own box, and so within 15 minutes we lost the game today. Really disappointing.
Did you feel you could take advantage of that situation with the crowd? I noticed the way you were putting the balls into the box, and the nervousness from the home fans. That was something you were looking to exploit.
Yeah, but it has changed. You know, I don't know if we really had the ball in the second half until the equalizer. So we cleared the wide free kick, and then we had the ball when we lost it. And I don't know how many touches were in between. Not many from Everton and not many from us. So of course we said, let's continue playing like this. Let's move the ball, be ready for the long balls, be ready for the set plays, because this is Everton is very good within this. So they scored many goals already in this season. 2 at Villa, 2 here against Bournemouth, but they conceded then too much. And for us it is, if you concede 2 and we concede too many goals, that's clear, then it's not so easy to take a point, and that's why over many parts of the game it didn't look like that we lose this game. So therefore it's more disappointing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Gentlemen. You spoke about exploiting Everton's weakness. Was the idea to get Eze and Nketiah behind Everton's sort of midfield, which worked really well in the first half, and what sort of changed in the second half to stop that attacking potency?
Yes, that's to get them in the pocket to turn and having the wing backs high, creating a 5 against 4, making runs. We had these situations many times in first half. We were not that accurate in these passes to score more of it, but we had the lead after a set play, so we were dangerous in set plays as well. And but it's not, you can't always score 2 or 3 or 4 goals to win a game. Also, then you need be focused on the defending of the set plays and then we. But it was not like this. But when they have to get the equalizer, we will get our spaces and to decide the game for us. But when you don't even touch the ball and you have the equalizer, the crowd back, the confidence back, then it was an open game, and one more set play decided the game for Everton.
And there's been a lot of defensive combinations and rotations in your back line. How much has that kind of disrupted things in terms of the relationships that can be formed at the back?
I think today both goals had nothing to do with the back 3, 5, 4, whatever it is. So because it were 2 second balls after set plays. I don't think we didn't give them many chances from open play. We didn't give them many chances in transition. But yes, they were dangerous in set plays. We knew this. And twice we defended it. That makes it hurts much more because we defended the set play and conceding the goals after a clearance hurts even more than when they score a goal from where they are really good in.
Okay. Anyone else? Gentlemen there. Thank you.
Ollie, obviously the result means your team is just above the relegation places. You talked about nervousness. Is there a nervousness at the moment, considering performances seem to be there in spells, but obviously you're not picking up points?
Oh, yes, we are not pleased having this start. So I mentioned before, but I think everybody forgot because of the last 7 games at the end of the season. But we've been in the same situation 7 rounds before the end of the season. So it's not that it's we don't want to be there. We are not happy to be there. We are not happy that we don't have a win. So we also can see the players investing a lot to score a goal, to play, to create situations, and even after the 2-1, we tried everything. The players played forward and but at the moment it's not that it's going so easy, and but we have to now I never for a long time in football is stick together. I don't know how you say in English, and then it's you 2 situations to deal with, or 2 different ways you can deal with the situation is blame the other ones, blame whoever, or start with yourself changing something, and how do you say, not the head in the sand, so otherwise the sleeves up and keep going, because mentality is great, character is great, and we have to find this to get the momentum back, and we will try it next week against Liverpool, of course.
Okay, that's it. Yeah, thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.
Cheers. Hi, John.
Huh?
How are you? That's it. Yeah. Thank you.
No, is it?
Sean, that was some comeback. What happened in the dressing room at half-time?
Not a lot. We just tried to correct a few things and told them that it's a team game. You know, everyone's got to make a difference, not wait for someone else. I just felt we played a bit cagey, which is understandable. Obviously, it's a nervy stadium to get that first win, and I think we handled the second half very well. Two great moments from, well, certainly one great moment from Dwight and another good moment. You know, I think after that, I thought we managed the game well, which obviously has come into question this season. So I was very pleased with the mentality to see the game through and manage it well, because I think we kept them down to pretty minimal as regards sort of near-cut chances.
What was the thought process behind the change, and how pleased were you to see Harrison have such an immediate impact?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jesper's, I said to him afterwards, he's learning about what it is here, you know, and, you know, I said to him about, you know, reacting to a mistake, you know, getting after it, going shutting the game down. And, you know, he's a player who is learning about the culture of Everton Football Club. And I think Jack's got more of that about him, because obviously he's learned quicker, or not quicker, but he's learned over his time here. I was pleased for Jack, because, you know, we mentioned to him lately about his energy is great, and he's a very talented footballer either foot, and he used it today by doing the simple thing well. We mentioned about being, you know, playing more simple, playing two touch, gets down his feet, puts a great ball in. So pleased for him, and pleased for the other subs. It's not an easy game, you know, to see through, and I was pleased for all the subs today.
How tough was the call to bring Branthwaite back in so quickly, and were you pleased with
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tough on Keno. I think he's had a strong start for the season and pre-season, but I think that back five, I don't know the exact stat, but that back five played together quite a lot last season, and obviously we had 13 clean sheets, you know, in a tough season. So that's a pretty good measure of a back five that works well, and I thought it worked well for the most part anyway. It worked well today.
And after a tough start to the season, what does that first win mean to you?
Well, it just means it's a step forward. That's all. You know, the work's never done here. That's for sure. I've said it time and time again. You know, the reality is the expectation now is go and win again, go and win again, go and win again. So that's the mentality we've got to show, is we just park that very quickly and we get on with next week. We get it building up to the next week, the next game. Sorry, obviously it's advantageous to get Jared through it, to get Miko through it. You know, illness and injury. They can only get fitter and sharper, and others out there as well.
Thank you.
Cool. I know it's only sort of one win, you kind of keep feet on the ground, but how nice was it for you, for the players, just going to the dressing room with three?
Yeah, to be honest, it's nothing to do with feet on the ground. I wish the feet weren't on the ground. I wish we'd have won all five. But the reality is it's a tough league, and no, I think it's good for the players. I think they've earned the right from the previous results, because a lot of question marks, to play in a nervy situation and see the game through properly, like we know we can do, and find the moments that can win a game. And I don't think we've been as far off as people think, especially the last few performances. But you've got to get things right at both boxes, and I thought we did that today.
Sean, what was the main? What were the main things you wanted to correct at half time?
Just the feel of it. It's hard to explain. It was like, I was explaining to the lads, sometimes in football you wait for someone else to make a difference. And sometimes they do, of course. But if it's a game when no one's quite making a difference, then it's got to be a collective. So it's more about that, bringing not just a tactical thing, it's like a feel to an actual performance, that kind of emotional feel to wear the shirt, to get together, to play hard, to go and win a game. And I thought there was more edge to our game second half, and the way they've delivered that was important.
You've obviously been ahead a few times in recent weeks and not been able to close it out a difference today. So what do you think made the difference this time around?
Well, I think that we debrief games, we speak to them, and you learn. You know, that's what you want. It's not that exact. Obviously, it's not that easy. There's everyone to do it. It's showing them ways that we can kill the game. I've shown them from keeping your shape, showing the hard yards, showing, you know, professional things. And I appreciate that fans want, you know, glorious football constantly. It's hard to deliver that. So I said, you know, the professional things to do, you know, just lift it behind them, ask questions of the opposition, go and turn the game around and you know, defend resolutely. So some of the basic principles of what it is. And don't forget to do the absolute basics, which is head it, kick it, and clear your lines. And I thought we did that very well as the game went on.
Sean, how does it feel to have a positive week, both on and off the pitch, because it's been a rarity for time here?
Well, the off-the-pitch thing is we don't know whether it's a positive yet, but there's positive signs, that's for sure, so we'll wait and see on the ongoing situation. On the pitch is the bit that I can at least try and control, and it's pleasing for the players. They put a lot of effort in here. We've still got players who are getting totally Premier League fit. I think they'll benefit from that game today and the win. So the mentality, you know, the shift in mentality, we need that, and I think that was important to reinforce the work. You need to win. You know, that's part of the process, you know. We played well. I thought we played ever so well at the beginning of last season, and we couldn't find a win. We haven't played as well this season, although in a couple of games we have, and we couldn't find that win, and then we've done it today. So it's a strange situation, but that's more or less what I see is kind of focusing on the pitch, getting the new players to involve themselves and understand what it is to be here, and then the older, wiser players to go and deliver that. And I thought that, you know, Tarky's getting stronger again. I think Jared came in and did well, especially as he hasn't played. Youngie, excellent, I thought, with his mentality. I know he's been questioned here, but at the end of the day, that's why he's made it to where he is in life on the football pitch and probably off with his mentality. And these are all clear, you know, they're really, really important markers for players to come through these things and to grow into what we want here.
And the hope now will be to put a string of wins together.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everyone wants that. It's not that easy, but yeah, that's the challenge. Is, you know, you win that one, park it very quickly, and we go again.
Andy?
Sean, did you ask them to do something different in the midfield for the second half to stop Wharton and Eze having as much?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it was just getting on the front foot a bit, going a bit higher, going a bit tighter. We changed it again in the second half and went more like a 3 with Manga sitting, which I thought, you know, they just got a little 10 minutes where they got a little bit more play, looked a bit more threatening. I thought that worked pretty well. And as I said, we saw the game through well. So, I mean, it was, you know, like I said, it wasn't all about tactics. Of course, you mentioned about tactics, the structure from the front to the back and back to the front playing out. But a lot of it is about the feel of performance, and I thought the second half, the feel was there, the energy, the belief in each other to go and make a difference, and I was pleased with that.
Any further questions before we take one for the Mondays?
Just ask about Dwight McNeil's change in position. Sean, what's been the force behind me moving him into the number 10?
Well, we know he's got quality. We know his stats and facts from certainly the first season out here were very strong, and he was working hard and couldn't quite find the same moment. So, you know, me and the staff, you know, we spoke about it, and could we get him inside? I think Illy's done well in the wide area to allow us maybe more freedom to move Dwight. And of course, you've got to find a result. At the end of the day, you've got to find a win. And I thought we needed that slight better kind of opening quality, as in finding a pass, finding a finish, finding the delivery, and being higher up the pitch and in the midfield, the centre of the pitch. In theory, anyway, as long as we can get the ball in there, then you know, that brings him to life more than maybe on the wide. I think he can do both well, and I think he'll mature into that role as he plays there more.
Following questions, embargo till 10:30 on.
Well, first things first, to allow him the chance to get in and play, as we did today, and allow him to get to full Premier League fitness. I don't think there's too much wrong with his game, so I'll just monitor as I see it, and so will the staff. The nuts and bolts, as I call it, were intact last season. All the simple stuff they seem simple, but you know, it's important. So we'll see how he goes. But first thing is to get him fully Premier League fit, and I think he's done well to come through that today. There'll be no scrutiny from us, that's for sure. It'll still be the same messages. Go and enjoy what it is. Go and mature as a player by enjoying the challenge, whatever challenge that is. I think the idea of him maturing as a player comes from what you do every day, what you do when you're playing, and also some of the stuff we give them and some of the stuff that they rub off on them. But no, I'm not really overthinking that at this stage. The first thing is to get him fully fit and fully clear of his injuries. He's done well to get to where he got to today, I thought. And mostly delivered a good performance. You know, obviously he'll probably feel it more tomorrow than he will today. But no, he's a very good young player. Still relatively young, that is. Certainly young in Premier League games. But he's a very, very good player and a talented player, and I think he'll only mature further. Yeah, I mean, it makes a massive difference. You know, I know, you know, results and all that, but it's a hard one for me because we've been stretched to the limit, you know, and that's no particular fault of anyone. But that kind of goes out the window, and the reality is, you know, people just want you to win, and I understand that, but we have been stretched, severely stretched, and that's been awkward and a real challenge. Now we are showing signs that, you know, you've got to remember, football is in the sense of a group. They look on the bench, they look around, they go, hang on, we've got real campaigners here now. You know, they're getting fit, they're getting stronger. With all due respect to young players, it's like they're unsure. You know, it's like a toss of a coin. Are they going to do well? Are they going to get it? Are they going to understand it? So I think that's building a squad mentality again, and I think that's growing from having people back fit. And well, like I say, as long as they come through these injuries, they'll only get fitter and stronger and sharper.
Okay, folks.
Okay, cheers everyone. Thank you.